Alright, let's dive into something that's been making waves recently: the Pentagon's massive budget request for a potential war with Iran. Now, before we get into the numbers, let me just say, this is one of those stories that feels like it's straight out of a geopolitical thriller. The Pentagon is asking for more than $200 billion, yes, billion with a B, to fund a war in Iran. Personally, I think this is a huge deal, not just because of the staggering amount, but because of what it implies about the current state of global tensions. What makes this really interesting is that even within the White House, there's skepticism. Some officials don't think this request stands a chance in Congress, and honestly, I can see why. In my opinion, this isn't just about money. It's about the political and moral implications of escalating conflict in the Middle East. Now, let's break this down. $200 billion is an astronomical figure. To put it in perspective, that's more than the annual GDP of some small countries. What many people don't realize is that this kind of funding request isn't just about boots on the ground or weapons. It's about long-term commitments, potential casualties, and the ripple effects on global stability. If you take a step back and think about it, this request is a clear signal that the U.S. is seriously considering a major military engagement. But here's the thing: Congress isn't exactly on board. Lawmakers opposed to the conflict are likely to push back hard, and that's where things get messy. One thing that immediately stands out is the timing. Why now? Is this a response to specific threats, or is it part of a broader strategy? Personally, I think it's a mix of both. The U.S. has been increasingly concerned about Iran's influence in the region, but this request feels like a gamble. What this really suggests is that the Pentagon is preparing for a worst-case scenario, even if it's not the most likely one. A detail I find fascinating is the internal skepticism within the White House. If even some administration officials doubt this will pass, it raises questions about the coherence of U.S. foreign policy. This raises a deeper question: what does this mean for the future of U.S.-Iran relations? If the funding is approved, it could escalate tensions to a breaking point. If it's denied, it could signal a shift in U.S. strategy, or just kick the can down the road. From my perspective, this is a critical moment. It's not just about Iran. It's about the U.S.'s role in the world and how it chooses to wield its power. As we wrap this up, I'm left wondering, is this the beginning of a new chapter in Middle East conflicts, or just another misstep in a long line of geopolitical miscalculations? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. This story is far from over, and I'll be keeping a close eye on how it unfolds. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more analysis on the issues that matter.